Kia ora koutou. Welcome to your Friday Live on what is a sunny Friday afternoon in the capital. I'm back home. I've been to a business networking meeting this morning. Back home, I've decided I've got some strategy to write, and I've decided to do that in the garden this afternoon because look at the weather. You know, you can't pass up these opportunities, especially when you live in Wellington. So today I want to talk about something that you know from, if you follow me, you know that I'm all about celebrating success. But I want to talk about something that's come up this week, and particularly something that, off the back of conversations I've been having this morning. And that's around, you know, a lot of the stuff we post on social media is our success, is our wins, and that's great. But I think sometimes we only post half of the story. And sometimes, especially when we know we're so good at comparing to each other, sometimes when we look at other people, we think, wow, they're doing so well, and we don't see the full side of the story. And I talked this morning with a number of women about it's kind of like this duck on the surface of the water. Your feet underneath are going like this, and it's actually quite hard work. But what other people see is this sort of bright, shiny, successful duck floating across the water. And this morning I caught up with a few women I'd not seen for a while, and most of them said to me, wow, you're doing amazing things. It looks like you're doing so well. And I was like, yeah, but there's also all this other stuff going on that I want to share with you as well, so that it's real. And this week, you may have seen, I got confirmed alongside speaking next year at a conference alongside some real celeb names, people I've never spoken alongside before, the likes of Mike King, Gemma McCaw, shoulders I didn't ever think I'd be rubbing with. And incidentally, that's a great breeding ground for imposter syndrome, as I found out myself this week, when you suddenly see yourself amongst all these celebrities or these people we class in a different category. But here's the thing, whilst it might look bright and shiny on the outside, and like success, what we don't often see are the struggles that get us to that place. So the self-doubt that we're having in our mind, the revenue losses we might have had the month before, those kind of things that go on, especially if you're a woman in business, that go on all the time and we don't necessarily post about or talk about as much. And this applies obviously whether you're running your own business, you're chasing down your goals in life, it's about your career. This applies to it all. It's never smooth sailing, and it's never that shiny duck along the surface without a lot of paddling underneath the water that we don't necessarily see. So I wanted to talk about that today to make that point, and for you to also know that it's normal when we're chasing down our goals to get those tough bits, for everything not to be smooth sailing, and that's the reality of it. So what else is going on at the moment? Next week, I'm going to be excited to share with you some events for 2020 that have now started to be booked in for Q1, and including some brand new events and Imposter Syndrome Summer School, so that if you're in Wellington, an opportunity for you to get involved in that. And also what I'll be sharing with you next week are the survey data results from the Superwoman survey, so those that have helped, and there was over 130 of you that helped contribute to the book I'm currently writing, my next book that will be out next year, around the Superwoman complex that we have. So thank you so much for all those that contributed. You may have seen our prize went to Amy, our lucky winner in Wellington, and I'm gathering the survey data and the results that came from that, and I'll be interested to share that with you in terms of your thoughts and what came up as a result of those questions in that survey. We have as well the retreat. Obviously you saw a couple of weeks ago that got announced, the retreat that I'm holding in April. It's already a third booked out, so if you're wanting to get on that, get in quick, because although it's not until April, there is an early bird discount and places will fill up because we have capped that at a maximum of 10. So I'll pop the link for that in this live, so get involved in that if you're keen to come on retreat with me next year. And the other thing I just want to finish with today is, you may have seen this. So this is my brand manifesto, and I'm going to read it to you, but this is now available in postcards, which a few of you, if you've been working with me over the course of this year, you'll probably be getting a personal message for Christmas on the back of one of these. So these have arrived at my house this week, and I just want to read it to you because I feel this, the reason I did this and what I feel about this is that it encompasses so many of the challenges that I see in the women that I work with, that I experience myself. And what I hope with this is that it's something you can stick somewhere to help inspire you and to just give you those reminders when times get tough. So I'm going to wait for this aeroplane to pass over, which you might be able to hear, and then I'm going to read this to you and finish, leave you with this for the rest of your weekend. So give yourself permission to fail, because it's how we learn. We are both a masterpiece and a work in progress. You are as good as they think you are. Leverage your strengths. Celebrate your success. Ka whawhai tonu mātua. Never give up. Busyness is not a badge of honour. Earn a living, but make a life. It doesn't have to be perfect to be amazing. Stop worrying what others think. Be resilient. Prioritize you. Feel the fear, but don't let it stop you. Aim high. Know yourself. You got this. Slow down. Breathe. Look how far you've come. Freedom, empowered, inspiring. Time, space, love, gratitude. Moria te pono. Believe in yourself. Stop trying to be Superwoman. You are enough as you are. No one is you. That is your power. Authentic, amazing, as you are. So I'll leave you with that. It's available on social media. It's also available as postcards. I hope that inspires you if you're having tough times, because we all do. It's never smooth sailing. Keep going. You've got this. Have a lovely weekend. Mā te wā.